Maisonetsmuaythai means, Maisonet means little house in French. What we teach here, it's my understanding of the Kruyod Hamzah camp from Kruyod Hamzah, the late Kruyod Hamzah, the great Hamzah, the one that was appointed by the only one man that was appointed by the kingdom of Thailand, by the king himself, to preserve and keep the Thai style the way it is. And he had many camps that he learned, many different instructors that he studied under, that he has different variations from different things in his style. Now, the differences with pad work is that doing pads give you a lot of, at first you have to learn the right technique. So it sharpens all your tools in different ranges at all times before you get to do what we call the salaamu, which is the play fighting with your trainer on the pads. Because at that point, you are able to flow with whatever range at any time and able to respond with your trainer and what he's doing. It's more into a high level. It's almost like a real fight at that point, when they hit you and you hit them. That's a different way of Thai pad training, and it's very good. That is where everyone wants to reach, to that level. As for bag work, it's very important because it keeps your flow. When you do regular, typical, or technical pad work, the pad man is dictating what he wants from you. So your flow and your creativity is not being done. It is basically, whenever I say hit this, do this, soak, cow, everything, soak, and you cow, deep, there, and you're doing all your techniques. At that moment, you are actually at that moment going according to my pace, not your own. So for you to build muscle memory and build your speed, your accuracy, and your timing and your flow, and basically really your real important muscle endurance, fight endurance, ain't gonna happen with the pad man. It's only gonna happen when you're hitting something heavy, then something light that moves, then a bag that you can grab onto, then another bag that's solid that you have to be able to rip through. So doing that with the bags helps you a whole lot to be able to get your body strong, your muscle memory strong, your rotating cup strong, your kicking endurance strong, your power shot strong, and your ranges and techniques are with the pads. The difference is when you got a real Thai trainer that's training you with the pads and you're hitting the bag. A lot of students want the Thai pad training, but they're not ready for the salaamu training with the Thai pads, which is a place fighting with it yet. So they're still on just the technical part. So everybody, of course, wants to feel like the rock star or the movie star that has a personal trainer that can hold the pads and they feel all fantastic because they hit the pad. They hit the pad, so it gave them an adrenaline rush. Feels good to do that, I understand. But it hinders your creativity because you got to go to the pads, to the pad man's basic, the pad man's creativity, not yours. Because you're not yet in that level that you can flow with it on your own while he's just holding. And he's hitting back in certain ways and you're reacting. That takes a higher level to reach to. Doesn't mean you can't make it. But to get to that level, you got to inspire the Thai pad man to want to do pads with you. So when he tells you to hit the bag and train and do this and do that, do not hit the bag like shit because all you're thinking about is, oh, I want to do pads, I want to do pads, I want to do pads. Because if it's really a guy that's training you on the pads and it's real crew that's holding the pads for you, he's going to be doing all the work himself. You got to inspire him to want to hold those pads for you. And the only way he's going to be inspired by you to hold those pads for you is by you getting off your ass and hit that bag like you're supposed to hit it. Not like a pussycat, then go ahead and go, oh, can I do pads? And now you want to kill his hands. Because he does got to go home to wife and kids, or she has to go home to wife and kids and have a life, not have arthritis in their hands because you're too lazy to hit the bag yourself and you think you're the golden person in the camp. Pads are earned. They're not given. Remember that. Salaamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sawadee.